People of God, be encouraged. In spite of what you're going through, this is an opportunity for us to send a little hope your way. No matter what it is, the struggle, no matter what's happening, you be encouraged. Let's do it. Here we go. Woo! Whoa! Here we go. Y'all say it.
What a great introduction to our time together today. Since our arrival into New York, we, like everyone else, have been on a roller coaster of experience. Everything started so predictably on the back of the new year 2020. The holiday season behind us, we steeled ourselves for the year ahead with all the promise and expectation that comes with the season. But then our ordered world was jolted into a different trajectory when the darkened clouds of the pandemic swept around the world and across our land. New York, the Big Apple, symbolically gained the notoriety of being the epicenter of the coronavirus. And now 15 months on, we contend with another cosmic shift. As swiftly as the tide of the pandemic flooded over our all too familiar world, the adoption of safety protocols married with the uptake of the vaccine, with equal intensity, the receding tide is laying before us another new norm. The first new norm saw us fall into the pattern of social distancing, mask wearing and aggressive hand washing. What came initially with a high degree of discomfort as quickly became a part of the normal pattern of life. And then close to 2 weeks ago, the news release from the CDC, followed up with announcements from various state and municipal representatives, gave way to a new sense of freedom. Schools are to reopen. Masks would not be monitored with the same vigour, and social distancing more often will be a matter of personal choice. This second new norm was like the dawning of a new day, giving hope and promising a brighter future. You go into the earlier chapters of Joshua, chapters 3 to 5, and we are confronted with new realities that would impact God's people, that would lay a foundation for their future. After 40 years wandering in the wilderness, the Israelites stood on the very threshold of the promised land. And here we encounter these two events of epic proportion. In chapter 3, we see God's intervening in nature to provide a way for these people to cross from the wilderness to their land of opportunity on dry ground. And then chapter 5, we see the defeat of Jericho. And yet, our preoccupation with the spectacular can come at a price. The Jordan and Jericho may have been the bookends, but there is content in the middle that we don't want to miss. In the wake of the crossing and in anticipation of the further fulfillment of God's prophecy, Joshua lays out some ground rules.
Chapter 4. When the whole nation had finished crossing the Jordan, the Lord said to Joshua,
"Choose 12 men from among the people, one from each tribe, and tell them to take up 12 stones from the middle of the Jordan, from right where the priest stood, and to carry them over with you, and put them down at the place where you stay tonight."
This was not an afterthought. After everyone had passed over on dry land, as their feet were planted firmly on the new land, 12 men, 12 huge stones drawn from the very middle of the river, lugged on their shoulders, carried over 6 miles, and planted in the promised land. And why? God desired that the memories of these events would not be lost, but would be etched into time infinitum. These stones are to be a memorial to the people of Israel forever, says verse 7. A memorial that spoke into their history, but also laid a foundation for their future. You know, it would be easy, given the accelerated pace of life for us, to let go of the lessons that have been drawn from this unprecedented crisis that we have navigated. For me, the focus that continually draws my attention is the faithfulness of God. And yet for each one of us, this will be as individual as we are. For some, it will be the sense of protection that they have remained well and healthy throughout this season. For others, it's a sustaining presence of God realized in recovery from the symptoms of COVID-19. For those who've lost loved ones, it's been the assurance of God's promises that have steadied them and brought healing to their hearts. More tangibly, for others it would be a sense of God's provision, as through a difficult financial season you have been able to honour and accommodate all your financial obligations, maintain a roof over your head and food on the table. For each one of us, there are different lessons to be drawn. As you listen to the accompanying video, I pray that you will be conscious of the overwhelming presence of God. The God who was with you before the crisis, the God who journeyed with you through the demands of this season, the God who delivered you safely into this new land. And you will realize that the breadth of his hand stretches the full extent of your life experience and mine. What a faithful God have we.